Here is the fastest way to reset an overwhelmed and exhausted mind. Your anxiety is not a feeling, it is a biological processing error. A moment where the brain mistakes noise for a lethal threat. Every time the chest tightens, neural bandwidth shrinks, the prefrontal cortex shuts down. You lose access to logic, clarity, and decision-making power. You are operating on primitive hardware. Your system is prioritizing survival over focus. The longer this runs, the more cognitive tissue wears down. This is not about stress, it is about data saturation. The modern brain cannot distinguish between a pending deadline and a physical predator. Both trigger the same chemical flood. The result is a loop, a constant state of hypervigilance. The mind scans for danger, finds none, and creates it from memory to justify the physiological response. You experience this as brain fog, a sudden inability to remember names, organize tasks, or maintain a train of thought. Your working memory is hijacked. It is being used to model catastrophic futures that will never happen. You sit at your desk, the screen blurs. The tasks pile up. You are paralyzed not by a lack of ability, but by a surplus of neural noise. The system is overheating. It demands an immediate halt. Have you ever noticed your mental precision fading rapidly when unpredicted tasks appear? Share your experience in the comments. To stop the overheating, you cannot think your way out. You cannot logic with a survival mechanism. You must interrupt the signal. You must sever the connection between the false threat and the physical reaction. Cognitive science points to a specific method of interference. It is called the cortical override protocol. The cortical override protocol forces the brain to shift processing power from the amygdala back to the prefrontal cortex. It demands a physical anchor. It requires a tangible shift in environmental data. Often, external regulation speeds this shift. Many utilize precision auditory feedback tools to mask the environmental triggers. You can explore neurocalibrating focus devices in the description. By controlling the sensory input, the brain assumes the environment is safe. The cortisol drip slows. The cortical override protocol operates on 3 distinct stages. First is the visual lock. The eyes wander when the mind races. You scan the room, picking up microstimuli. Each stimulus is processed as a potential threat. Stop the scanning. Fixate your vision on a single geometric point. Hold it. Notice the drift. When you hold a visual lock, the optic nerve sends a stabilizing signal to the brainstem. The hardware begins to cool down. Second is the respiratory disruption, not deep breathing. Strategic carbon dioxide retention. When panic sets in, you overbreathe. You expel vast amounts of carbon dioxide. Blood vessels constrict. Less oxygen reaches the brain. This creates the physical sensation of suffocation. The brain misinterprets this as dying. Panic escalates. The protocol requires you to inhale, hold, and extend the exhale. You are manually overriding the autonomous nervous system. You are typing code directly into your biology. You are forcing the parasympathetic nervous system online. The third stage of the cortical override protocol is cognitive load displacement. Your brain is trying to hold 10 catastrophic scenarios at once. It has run out of random access memory. To dismantle this anxiety, you must externalize the data. You must remove the processing burden from your internal system. Write down the exact parameters of the perceived threat. Do not analyze. Just transcribe the variables onto paper. Once the data is externalized, the brain registers the information as stored. It stops looping. The bandwidth returns. The fog clears. The perception of immediate danger evaporates. But this is only symptom management. The root cause is a fragile baseline. A brain that spikes into panic easily is a brain deprived of recovery space. You consume data from the moment you wake until the moment you sleep. Screens, conversations, notifications, endless micro-decisions. There is no silent processing time. The neurons fire without pause. The chemical reservoirs deplete. The threshold for alarm lowers every day. What used to be a minor inconvenience now feels like a catastrophic crisis. This is neural fatigue. The shock absorbers of your mind have eroded. You are driving on bare rims. You must rebuild the threshold. This requires systemic sensory deprivation. You must engineer periods of zero input. No audio, no visual stimulation. No input to process. 20 minutes of sensory silence daily alters the baseline reactivity of the brain. It is a deliberate starvation of dopamine and cortisol triggers. It forces the system to calibrate. The first few attempts will be uncomfortable. The brain will generate its own noise to fill the void. Let it run. Do not engage with the static. Treat the thoughts as background data. Observe the mental friction. Eventually, the system calibrates. The baseline drops. The nervous system remembers how to idle. You begin to notice a buffer between a triggering event and your physical response. That buffer is the return of your executive function. It is the space where choice exists. Without that buffer, you are a biological machine reacting to random stimuli. You are a puppet to your environment. With the buffer, you regain command. You dictate the response. You analyze the threat and dismiss it. Consider your daily environment. It is designed to harvest your attention. It profits from your hyperarousal algorithms optimized for threat detection. News feeds simulate constant crises. Your inbox demands immediate reaction. Your primitive brain is being hacked for engagement. The modern world treats your peace of mind as a raw material to be mined. You must build a defensive architecture around your cognitive resources. You must become the gatekeeper of your own attention. Certain physical environments lack the acoustic dampening needed for this defense. Incorporating ambient sound barriers helps reclaim that space. Tools for this structural defense are in the description. You control the sensory gate. You decide what enters the processing center. You filter the signal from the noise. Mental clarity is not a default state in the modern world. It is an engineered condition. It requires maintenance. It requires vigilance. It requires the rejection of passive consumption. Your focus is the most valuable currency you possess. Where you direct it determines the reality you experience. If you allow external forces to dictate your focus, your reality will be perpetual chaos. Your mind will remain a war zone. Every minor setback will register as a lethal attack. Every notification will spike your heart rate. Reclaim the bandwidth. Execute the protocol. Demand precision from your hardware. Every time you intercept the panic response, you rewire the circuit. You make the next intervention easier. Neuroplasticity works in both directions. You can train your brain to panic, or you can train it to pause. The pathways you use most often become the default routes for neural traffic. If you practice panic, you become a master of panic. If you practice the override, you become a master of control. The choice is mechanical. It is a matter of repeated inputs over time. It is a structural engineering problem. Begin by auditing your morning routine. The first hour of waking sets the cortisol baseline for the day. If you reach for a screen within seconds of waking, you inject artificial stress into a vulnerable system. You bypass the natural waking sequence. You force the brain from sleep directly into threat assessment. This guarantees cognitive friction by midday. It guarantees a shallow attention span. Delay the input, guard the first hour. Let the brain boot up without external demands. Hydrate, move, look at physical objects at a distance. Let the optic nerve relax. This builds cognitive momentum. It creates a shield of focus that lasts through the afternoon. When the afternoon slump arrives, do not mask it with stimulants. Caffeine blocks the adenosine receptors. It hides the fatigue. It does not cure it. When the caffeine wears off, the fatigue crashes down with double the force. Instead of masking the drop, manage the load. Step away from the screen. Break the visual lock on the digital world. Engage in a low-level physical task. Let the default mode network activate. This is where the brain connects disparate ideas. This is where true problem-solving occurs. Anxiety thrives in the narrow focus of immediate tasks. Clarity expands in the diffuse focus of relaxed observation. You must toggle between these states. You cannot remain in narrow focus forever without burning the circuitry. Learn the rhythm of your own neurochemistry. Work with it, not against it. Acknowledge the physical toll of mental work. Your brain consumes a massive percentage of your daily caloric intake. It produces metabolic waste. If you do not sleep properly, that waste accumulates. It forms plaques. It slows transmission. It creates the physical conditions for anxiety to flourish. Optimize the hardware. Protect the software. Defend the perimeter. End the cycle of unchecked alarm. Take dominion over your own neural pathways. If you are ready to conquer anxiety and regain control, type the word override below. If you value your cognitive longevity, consider subscribing to protect your most valuable asset, your brain. Legal notice. This material is for educational and strategic purposes and does not constitute medical or financial advice. Consult qualified professionals before altering your structural routines.